Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights, where 5 nights a week we give you the latest, the greatest, the shameless, largely from the famous of the entertainment industry. I am JD, aka He Who Pods. Glasses on today, so also rear view mirror.
And I'm Dash, aka Dashy D, aka the real king of R&B.
Holler.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be the king of R&B right now because everything is about hip hop.
That's true.
No competition over here. There's nothing I got to worry about. Nobody I got to move out of the way for. Because everything that's happening is happening in hip hop.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
well, before we even get there, I shouldn't have even started there in hindsight, but we do have some sad news.
Right, we'll get back to the other stuff.
Um, Irv Gotti passed away yesterday, 54
Yeah.
years old. I mean, we don't need to recite his entire resume, but head of Murder Inc. and the long list of artists and music projects that he's been a part of is endless.
Right.
Um,
Dating back to the 90s.
yeah. So sad news.
Yeah.
A
Very
sad,
sad news.
sad thing to hear. It's always sad when you find out that uh, people are so young and they were struggling with health issues. I don't know if it was officially confirmed, but it appears he had a stroke that they said is likely a result of his diabetes.
Right.
Um, I say it. I don't normally get into all of that, but I say it because I feel like diabetes is not that far away from any of us. Like it's a fairly common thing in the Black community. So
Yes, right.
Um, feel like it's important to say it out loud so that people can hear it and people know that, it's important to take care of yourselves. I'm not saying this is of his own um, making. I'm just saying that, we got to take care of ourselves and, um, hopefully that will extend our lifespan.
Right.
But really, really sad and um, a blow to hip hop,
Absolutely.
for
A
sure.
huge blow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, we want to say rest in peace to Irv Gotti. This is a big loss for hip hop. And, it's hard when you are struggling with health issues. Um, it's unfortunate the way he went. Um, and 54 years old is really, really young. So, this is a devastating situation. And we just want to show him love, and say thank you for everything that you've done for the hip hop community as well. Um, and really, that's it. I mean, I don't. This is not a health podcast, but I agree. We gotta take care of ourselves, and high blood pressure and diabetes. That's us, and those things are running rampant through our communities, and so we gotta take care of ourselves, and that's I'll leave it there because this is not a health podcast. But yeah, I agree. Very sad. I mean, he's worked with everyone from Jay-Z to DMX, Ja Rule, Ashanti, the list goes on. Like he produced for the heaviest of heavy hitters. So yeah, I mean, and there's more. Like you said, we don't need to go down his whole resume, but yeah, this is a big loss for us, and this one definitely hit home. So again, rest in peace, Irv Gotti. We love you and thank you so much for everything you've done for the hip hop community.
Rest in peace. And prayers to his family, of course.
Right.
He left behind 3 kids.
Mm,
Uh,
I didn't even know that.
It's so wild because I remember. his show that he had on VH1 for a short amount of
Mm,
time. I think it was either one season or two seasons. But I remember his kids and them being young. And I saw a picture of them today and they all look very grown at this point. I'm sure they're not that old, but you
right,
know, um, it was just wild to see them, you know. I think I was just getting in my cool grandma, but not really vibe where, the kids still look like kids, but they're older.
right.
But anyway, so to shift gears a little bit, um, let's go with something fun first. Um, just to kind of smooth it on out. It was announced today. They had been teasing it the last couple of days, but it was announced officially today that Rihanna is going to be Smurfette in the new Smurfs movie that comes out in July. I don't have any other information than Rihanna's going to be Smurfette.
All
And I
right.
just think that's really fun. Like
Excuse me.
I don't have anything thoughtful to say about it. I don't have like a deep dive or a hot take or anything like that. I just think it's a fun announcement and good for her cuz
Right.
I know she's been in the animated side of things before. That movie Home came out a long
Hmm.
time ago.
Right.
I took my niece to see it. She was like super small when I took her to see it. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I think this is cute. I think this is fun. Um, that's it. That's that's it. Just wanted to.
Yeah, there's not much to say here.
There's no trailer yet.
Just cool to see Rihanna doing her thing.
Yeah, good for her.
Now,
Not
I was
making
gonna say
news.
she's trolling us, but I guess she's smurfing us, so I can't say that.
My question is, when they like sing in unison, is she gonna be singing?
Of course.
That is the biggest troll, or I guess we should say that is the biggest Smurf. Because
And who knows, maybe she'll have
a
music
song.
on the soundtrack.
She might, yeah. She's done that. That's about
Right.
all we've gotten from her in the last few years. Um, but yeah, I thought this was fun. So, congrats to Rihanna
Congrats to Rihanna getting all the money everywhere.
everywhere. Now, do you want to stay on music or do you want to head on over to movies and then circle back?
I mean, we're already in movies, technically.
This is true. Um, well, the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer came out.
Yeah,
I watched it. I
me
don't think
too.
I've ever seen a Jurassic Park movie. I think I've seen like clips of them or like
Whoa, whoa,
Jurassic
whoa,
Park has come
whoa.
on TV before and I've kind of watched a few minutes of it, but I don't think I've ever seen a full Jurassic Park movie. Is that bad?
How could you not have seen Jurassic Park? It was such a huge part of the 90s. None? Not even one?
I'm saying I think I've seen like I recall seeing pieces of it. I feel like Jurassic Park has been on TV at some point, and I've seen a few moments of it, but not like sat down from the beginning of one of these movies and watched the whole thing.
I'm so appalled.
Is that bad? Are they
Wow.
are they good?
They're just fun.
Okay.
Especially for kids. Like when we were kids, it was like so fun to see dinosaurs and all of this stuff. It's like, wow.
I mean, I'm willing to catch up now. I watched the trailer and I thought the trailer was good, not having known
So
anything.
there were three movies, and
Okay.
then many years later, how old was my daughter? 4 or 5? Something like 2014, 2015. they continued the series. It was like a restart, but not really,
Okay.
because it referenced the old one. So it's really a continuation. But then they did four, five, and six. Six came out 2 or 3 years ago. This is
Six?
technically number seven.
Oh no, I don't know if I could go that far back. That sounds like a lot. That's, I mean, I did Marvel, but wow, that was a lot. Um,
This is different. Yeah,
okay.
I don't. I'm
Yeah,
taken aback right now. I can't believe it
I don't know why.
because it was so big in the
No,
'90s.
I know how big it was. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you've seen all of them?
Yeah, yeah, I
You're
have
excited
the
about this
first
one?
three because we were kids and they were huge movies,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a little kid, who liked dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took my daughter because I was like, oh, maybe she'll like this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And actually, it scared the bejesus out of my little kid, baby girl. And then she ended up rewatching it one day later on and was like, actually, Dad, I like this. And
Okay.
then we went and saw the second one and the third one,
Uh-huh.
which was technically four, five, and six.
Right.
And then she went and I showed her the older ones. I don't think she saw three of the older ones, but she
Mm-hmm.
definitely saw at least the first two.
Okay. I get the sense that the dinosaurs, is it that they strike back?
Strike back, yes. That's an understatement.
Because when I was watching the trailer, I said, "Oh, mm, somebody better run." At one point, at one point, I was like, "Ooh, that don't look good." That does
Every
not.
movie, people are like eaten and ripped alive and stuff like that.
This
Now,
is
when I say ripped
this is like the
alive,
bear
it's a
movie.
PG-13. It's not like you'll see two pterodactyls about to like rip a person, but it'll cut to another screen. You just be like, oh, JD's no longer with us, that kind of thing.
Okay, so
Uh,
it's not like what was the bear movie called? Cocaine Bear.
no, this is not like Cocaine Bear, which was rated R, by the way.
That was pretty
This is
graphic.
this is a PG-13, mostly kids type of movie.
Okay, okay. I think I could watch this. I was actually into it when I was watching the trailer. I said, "Oh, wow."
Well, I put it in our chat because what I thought was interesting was they have had stars in the movies before, but I think this is really interesting the way they're doing this one. It seems like they're using star power for this movie. Uh, in the '90s, there were people in it who were popular, but they were more like B actors, maybe C actors at the time. Hard to say because I was a kid in the '90s, but like Jeff Goldblum is one of the people who's all throughout the movies. He was one of the main characters of the first three movies. And then like a very young Vince Vaughn is in the first or second movie. And so they had like actors who we know now, but like in the '90s were not the biggest of actors. Fast forward in the second batch of movies, it was like Chris Pratt just came on the scene. Um, as far as movies go, like I don't even think Guardians of the Galaxy was out yet, or maybe only the first Guardians of the Galaxy had come out.
Okay.
He was a rising star. Um, he was like the star of the first two movies or whatever. Anyway, I say that to say they got Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali in this one, and I'm like,
Oh, I was
that's
hoping
star
to see
power.
the two of them.
What was that?
I said I was hooked once I saw the two of them. I said,
All
"Oh,
right, that's what I'm saying. I think that's
oh,
interesting. Right. I think that's interesting that this time around it's kind of like they're using star power to pitch this movie
Mm,
because that those are two big names.
yeah. I mean, I've never heard Mahershala Ali's name mentioned in a movie, and I thought to myself, wow, I shouldn't watch that. Um,
Right.
so when I saw that he was in it, I was like, oh, that okay. And I do like Scarlett Johansson also. Um, yeah, I mean, not the same feeling about her, but I like I've seen things she's been in, and I usually like her. So I was like, this
Yeah.
is cool. I know these people. I could get down with this. And there were
Right.
other familiar faces as well. I don't want to make it seem like it was just the two of them, but
No, but
um,
they're the two big actors in the movie is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks interesting to me.
Me too. I'm really sad you haven't seen any of them.
I mean, no one's ever said to me, "Wow, you've really got to watch those Jurassic Park movies."
Yeah, because they're not
Um,
like they're not groundbreaking, crazy fly Oscar worthy movies, but what they are is like fun movies to go, see with the kiddos.
it's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah, and like I said, I'm into it. I I don't think I've ever really sat down and watched one of the trailers either. So maybe if I had watched one, I would have been like, "Ooh, lovely! This is great. I should go see this." But I'm into this. Like July is gonna be lit. There's gonna be a lot of movies coming out in July.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are.
Yeah,
Definitely getting my money's worth from AMC
yeah,
A-list.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know what's
Are you
coming
feeling
out.
a little sensitive?
Why do you ask that?
Because we're all a little sensitive, apparently.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Um, Something that's coming out in June, not July. Um, Lil Wayne has been teasing for the last few days. He's been teasing that there was going to be an announcement today, February
And there
6th,
was.
and there was. And the announcement was really interesting because it was wrapped up in this very clean and rehearsed package.
Yep.
So first things first, there was also rumblings. I don't even know if you could call them rumblings. I think he publicly said he was not attending the Super Bowl. That was the first part
Right.
of
Because he's
the leak.
busy working on his album.
That's what it turned out. There's the Cetaphil commercial, which is so strange that Lil Wayne is the face of Cetaphil. He's
Yep.
walking around giving everybody lotion. And
So
you know
weird.
me, I'm never mad at a bag. Like, get your bag. If they want to pay you to make commercials and promote their
Right.
products, why not? But it's weird because it's Lil Wayne, and I never thought that Lil Wayne was synonymous with skincare lotion.
Me either.
So that's just strange. But if you go and you watch the ad, I think it's one long ad that kind of got broken up into segments.
Yeah.
And if you watch the ad, it turns out at the end he says he's not attending the Super Bowl because he's working on his album, as you said, um, which is going to be dropping on June 6th. The Carter 6 will
Yep.
drop on June 6th. So, what do you think about this? All of it?
Um, I couldn't really care less. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not a Wayne fan. Everybody should, who watches this knows that. I'm
Hmm.
not a Wayne fan. I feel like all of the hoopla around the Super Bowl is like super annoying at this point. It's like, dog, We don't care if you're attending the Super Bowl. We didn't ask you if you're attending the Super Bowl. It's a weird commercial, and it's even weirder that at the end they have this thing that's like busy until 6/6/25, and that's the announcement for the album. It's
Yeah,
weird.
what does that have to do with lotion?
No idea. And maybe we just saw an Instagram post that put a bunch of stuff together and we're wrong. I don't think so, but maybe that's what happened and that would be better. But it's still weird. I think Wayne has been doing a lot of weird stuff and I don't understand why, but whatever, man. Whatever makes you happy. Like you said, get your money. And hopefully it's a good album that his fans enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not mad that he's getting his money, and yeah, let's hope that he puts out something, that's worth listening to for people. Um, I said I was tired of talking about Lil Wayne. I appreciate that this time there is something of substance to talk about.
Right.
Um, I think it's great that he's putting out an album. Good for him. I said this off pod to you that I just kind of feel like him hammering home that he is not attending the Super Bowl to me seems like smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
I find it really hard to believe that he wouldn't even be going to the Super Bowl as um
A fan of the sport
a
and a
fan of the
person from
sport.
Louisiana.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Um, I think that he will be there. In what capacity? I don't know.
Right.
But I do believe he's going to be there in some capacity and it's going to be public. It's not going to be like oh, he's just sitting in the audience watching. I think it's going to be something that puts him on display in some way, whether it's working with the sportscasters, which he already does, um, whether it's him on stage, we don't know. Um,
Right.
I do not think, I would be very surprised, I should say, if Sunday happens and he's nowhere to be found. I would be surprised. Just feel like they're making too much of a point to tell us he's not going to be there.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to distract us from something.
Right. I
So,
understand what you're saying.
yeah, and maybe I'm wrong. Um, and that's fine too. I'll come here on
Well,
Monday
we'll
and
find
admit
out
that I was
in, yeah,
wrong.
about to say. Right, I'm about to say we'll find out in just a few days.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, I
thinking.
don't know. As excited as I am for Kendrick and to watch the show he's gonna put on, I want all the Super Bowl talk to be over already.
No, I agree.
It's been like draining.
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally understand. Agree.
And like the Carter Six, we can't come up with any names as creative as we are. It's just gonna be the Carter everything every time.
Who is
I'm a
we?
hater. I'm a hater. Don't worry about it.
Well, I asked, who is we? Because maybe you're giving some people too much credit. I don't know.
It's like I don't understand.
I don't know. But I feel like fans probably will appreciate that. And
Sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Lil Wayne. I don't think I'm a diehard Lil Wayne fan the way some people are, but I do like Lil Wayne, like, but no more than I like any other artist that I like. I guess I'm saying like there's artists that I love, and then there's just the ones where I'm like, oh, that person has a great catalog. I like to listen to those songs. He's that. So I don't know, but I would imagine his fans like that because there's a bit of continuity there. It's kind of like
Yeah,
Rick Ross and Maybach music. You know,
sure.
there's always going to be another one. It's like Drake and the timestamps. You know.
I
I
get
know
it.
that these are whole albums, but I'm just saying. But yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and we will see you tomorrow.
bye.